Well, just really quick, something that Kat had talked about, I think last year, or maybe it was earlier this year, it was late last year. Her brother went home to be with the Lord, and the way she communicated to us, I'm like, your brother just died. And she's like, and oh yeah, she's like, I already saw the celebration. She's like, it's great. He's loving it up there. I'm like, wow. Like, it was something I wanted to actually ask you about really quick, because I'm sure there's a couple of other people wondering this.
Okay.
What if you have any insight into this? Because I've heard this as the case when people die, and they have like a celebration up in heaven, and maybe even in this case, this woman is seeing her funeral and she's not sad at all. She's actually excited about what the Lord is doing in the people that are at her funeral. What about when Jesus sees Lazarus and it says that he wept? Because part of me is wondering, like, maybe that's just because he was God in the flesh. He's in a human body. That is a human emotion, and maybe he was empathizing. I don't know. Like, do you have any insight into that?
Well, I asked him about that, and what I felt like that he was saying is that he wasn't weeping because Lazarus had died, because
He knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But Jesus saw how how his family and how his friends were grieving, and that's what caused him to cry, because he knew how they were going to feel a few days later when he gets crucified. And he was sad because of the grief and the sadness that they were going to feel whenever he dies, on the cross. And he wasn't sad because Lazarus was dead, because he
was like, watch this.
Yeah, he's like, what? Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
And that's what and that's every time I see that, I'm like, he wasn't crying because Lazarus had died. He was crying because he could feel the grief, and he saw.
Yeah, because
how people were
going
to
empathy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.